All right, this is Brandon Hayes with Anthony Dinar, and today we're taking a look at Moonwalker on Sega Genesis.
So we're walking on the moon? Is it a space game?
This is a Michael Jackson game.
Oh, well, he's pretty much in outer space all the time.
We watched the Moonwalker movie.
It's not a movie. It's barely that.
For simplicity's sake, it's a movie, goddammit.
Okay.
We watched it because there's really not much to say about this game in particular.
It's just like the movie.
You're Michael Jackson. You're running around trying to save kidnapped kids. In the game, you can shoot these glitter sparks or something out of your hands and feet, and sometimes your crotch. And
that's when all the good ones come out, is your crotch.
And you're just going through this entire building, or whatever the case may be, opening doors, windows, opening trunks of cars, everything that a child could possibly be hidden in, just to collect all the children. And then once you got all the children in a level, the bad guy shows up, he taunts you, he says, like, you can never catch me, or something to that effect. Then he disappears, wash, rinse, repeat. Really, really boring.
I would like to clarify that it's the same girl that you rescue over and over again.
Because they didn't bother to make any different.
Yeah. Even in the movie, it was like there was 3 kids, but it was only like the girl that he was like actively trying to protect, really. Well, not protect. He was protecting all of them, but she was the main one. We can agree on that.
Yeah. So you see, I just collected all the kids in this level, so now Bubbles shows up and he's pointing his way towards the main villain. And I just gotta make my way there. There's no enemies, no obstacles in my way, so it's a big waste of time. And this villain,
Joe Pesci.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, the movie is played by Joe Pesci. And so you don't get to fight him, you fight some sort of mini-boss. In this case, it's just a bunch of assholes. But yeah, this game doesn't really make much sense, but I can't blame the programmers. They had nothing to work with.
I'm sure having Michael Jackson having say "woo" is is like a terrible boss to have. You know what I mean? Like,
do you think when they were making this game that he was like over their shoulder, like, you should do this,
no,
you should do that?
The movie, he was absolutely, and then it was like you got to make it just like the movie. Like, you know, it's gonna be like that, but I don't think he was actively a part of it. No, not the game.
I will say I showed you the arcade version of this game.
Yeah, which is great.
And that is like so much different from this, and it's kind of enjoyable. Looks like just your average beat 'em up with the weird Michael Jackson twist.
Yeah, but like it's really good. It's not like you say average. It's like it's better or on par with a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, absolutely. Like it's fucking weird as shit, but that's Michael Jackson for you. But I mean, the game was, from what I saw, I didn't get to play it, but like I saw it online. Like, it looks fucking fantastic, don't you think?
Yeah, I think it looks good. I wouldn't say it's as good as like Turtles in Time, but that's just my own opinion.
Well, I like the Turtles Super Nintendo version better than the arcade, but like,
that's true too.
When you compare this to the arcade Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I think this is better. Or the arcade, not this shit one that we're reviewing.
Right.
This game's expensive too. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just because of the name, and everyone wants to play it because it's goofy.
Yeah.
I don't think many people have seen the movie. The movie came out in 1988, and it was like sort of, I want to guess, at like toward the end of his fame, because that whole first child molestation charge thing happened in 93, I believe.
Yeah, but you say the end of his fame, like he had a fall from grace for whatever reason. Like, America has like this thing where it's like, we'll forgive you if you're good enough, I guess. Like, that's like a terrible thing to say. I certainly don't condone that. But like, there's a few people in history, in show business in particular, where like America's kind of given them a pass. And I think Michael Jackson's one of them. Although he wasn't convicted, I think personally that like he just paid them off, and there was some shenanigans there. I don't think he was like an adult human being. Like, he's kind of out there.
The mentality of a child.
Yeah, and it's okay if I touch him. It's okay. It's like, no, it's bad, Michael. It's bad. Okay.
I mean, I wasn't expecting. I shouldn't say that. I was expecting to kind of go to that subject, but I wasn't planning to get that deep into it. I was just mentioning the fact that, like, 1988 was kind of the end of, like, his mainstream fame.
Yeah, it's before anything like was bad on his on his belt. Yeah,
because I mean, he was like, when he did Thriller, everyone loved him.
Yeah,
and this was kind of like, I don't know if public opinion was so high at 88, because he couldn't even get this released in the theaters, Moonwalker.
That's true.
In America,
but it was fucking bizarre. Like, you gotta watch it. It's like,
it is funny because, like, I knew that this game was going to be boring as shit and there wasn't going to be much to talk about. So I said, like, let me buy Moonwalker on DVD because there's pieces of it on YouTube. And when I started watching the pieces out of order, I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. I can't get the plot out of this.
You gotta watch the whole thing. Yeah, no.
So I paid real money for the movie. And then when I got the movie, I'm like, holy shit, this doesn't make any sense.
Which is weird, by the way, because you got to get the movie like it's out of some other country. It's like, it's a real thing. It's not a bootleg, but
it
it's
looks like one because in America, the DVD was never officially released.
Right.
So you have to go to the Asian market to get it.
A region-free DVD.
Right, and it's just like, it looks like it was homemade with a bunch of like Chinese or Japanese.
No, I don't think it was homemade. It doesn't look that bad.
It's obviously not homemade, but I say, like, I think it looks. I've bought plenty of bootleg crap in my time. I think it looks like garbage, but that's just me. So yeah, the movie, like, we can describe it all day long, and it won't.
Or you could just drop acid and then, you see it for yourself. Like, the movie's weird.
Our description won't do it justice.
No, it won't. It won't.
There's
but
a
I
bunch
honestly,
of super creepy claymation.
Yes.
That makes the Cabbage Patch Kid, or not Cabbage Patch, Garbage Pail Kids look adorable.
I think that's how Michael Jackson views the world, actually. Like, I think that movie is what he sees in real life, like the world out of his eyes. Like, I do believe that.
Maybe. But I mean, we can try to talk about the plot, sort of what little there is. Like, the first part of the movie is just a bunch of music videos, essentially.
Yeah.
None of them mean anything.
No.
And then when you get to the actual movie part of the movie, Joe Pesci is this big bad guy who sells drugs, mostly to children. And he also owns a bunch of spiders. He likes to spread spiders around.
Spiders and drugs.
I don't understand how he profits from the spiders.
He's high as shit, man.
Maybe he releases spiders and then has like a pest control service on the side where he's like, I'll get rid of those spiders for you.
And he uses the same drugs to kill the spiders as he does the selling to people.
Maybe.
I like how you just crotch thrusted that guy.
I told you, he shoots glitter out of his crotch sometimes.
Radioactive crabs.
I like these women here that sometimes try to kiss you, and you're like, get away from me, adult woman. I'm not into you.
Oh, it's terrible.
So, Joe Pesci is trying to sell drugs to children. Michael somehow just randomly stumbles upon Joe Pesci's
he's buying drugs. No, I'm just joking. I only say that because he died from like a drug overdose or whatever.
Yeah, well,
allegedly. I don't know.
Do we still have to say that?
I don't know. I don't care. I was high as fuck.
So, because Michael stumbles upon this hideout just at random, Joe Pesci, he ends up making some noise. Michael ends up making noise, gets noticed. So then Joe Pesci is like, he just starts screaming like, we got to get that guy.
Yeah, and he starts
get that
shooting
intruder.
him. Yeah, it's fucking weird. It doesn't really make sense. I don't think there was anything logically provoking that.
And Michael gets shot. Like, a whole bunch of gunmen just shoot him dead. But then the script just has him disappear, and he reappears somehow. Like, there's no rhyme or reason. Anytime Michael gets backed into a corner, like they write him into a corner where it's like there's no possible way to escape, they just cut to a different scene, and then Michael's okay.
Yeah, or he turns into a car or something like that.
Every once in a while, there's like a stray star shooting through the sky, and Michael
makes
makes
lucky
a wish.
star. It's not just a stray star, it's his lucky star.
Well, anyway, he makes a wish upon it, and then something happens where he gets to transform mechanically.
I want a real boy. No, I'm sorry.
Into a fucking car, or he turns into a giant mech robot thing. He turns into a giant jet at one point. It's just crazy.
Yeah, he's the ultimate transformer.
But I don't even know how to describe the story, because there's no story.
No, there really isn't. It's just an excuse for him to, I don't know, sing and dance and kill people with his music.
But at least fucking Thriller made sense from start to finish.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like, there was a whole narrative there that, like, I mean, it was kind of goofy or whatever, but like...
But it was followable. Like, you could follow the story.
Like, I can't describe the plot to Moonwalker. And it sucks because I spent real money on the movie.
Fuck you. I spent real time watching it. It was terrible. Whatever you paid was far less than the time that I wasted on it.
But I had to sit through it, too. I bought the movie and I had to watch it.
Yeah, you're doubly fucked. But still, I mean, it's a big price to pay just to watch it.
Just to make a YouTube video that no one's gonna watch.
Well, anyone who's gonna look up Michael Jackson is gonna be mad at us that we're making fun of him. But I mean, the movie was terrible, and so is he, and so is this game. I don't know. I just don't like how weird he was. Like, I don't know. He's a strange guy. Like, I really think that he was gay, and like he just didn't want to be gay. And so like if you like repress that or whatever and come up with like a bunch of side shit to take your attention off of it, like that's why he's so out there. I don't know. I have no idea. He makes no sense. I never got like into him when he was alive, and I certainly don't care now that he's dead, but I don't know. He's funny to watch though. I mean, as terrible as that movie was, Moonwalker, it was kind of cool to see it in the sense that like he's a fucking lunatic.
The movie kept your interest more than most bad movies we watch.
That's true.
That's crazy. Yeah, so in the game, I'm still opening doors and windows for kids.
Crotch thrusting and throwing glitter. Oh, you know what was also really bad about this movie was, like, he had kids, like, dancing as him, and Michael's very sexual in dancing. And, like, it's really creepy to watch little kids, like, do the fucking crotch grab and shit. Like I don't understand why. Like, if I did that, like, hey little boy, we're gonna play a game. I'm gonna film you with the movie. I would be in jail. I mean, like, isn't that the premise of one of the bad guys in Frailty? Like that's what happens. Like with really bad people who want to be predators towards children. Like, they have like these like gimmicks or whatever, and like Michael's just famous enough that he actually does make a movie. That doesn't make the act any less creepy. I mean, what, he was like a 7-year-old, like crotch thrusting and grabbing, and like that was really that. Like, you saw that.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then, you know, someone had to teach him, like, you know, you got to do it like this. Let me show you.
Yeah, because everything is highly choreographed. from his dancing to all the kid dancing, everything.
Yeah.
But it does look kind of rough. I don't know, like, just to me, I'm not a fan of that in general. But
No,
like,
me neither. Even when Michael's doing it, it looks terrible, except when there's multiple people. Then you're like, oh, it's choreographed. They all had to learn this stupid, goofy thing together. But, like, when you see just Michael doing it, you think that he's, like, improv. Like, it's really weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I think even when he's with a group, it doesn't look good. It's like, okay, so going back to the movie, Joe Pesci doesn't really kidnap anyone. Like, he kidnaps one girl one time, like, for a short period of time. Yeah. He has this one girl in his custody. But
only to get at Michael, because Michael's all weird for children.
But this game has the Mr. Big, the bad villain, kidnapping like thousands upon thousands of kids.
Oh, I disagree with that. I think it's the same girl.
Well, you know what I'm fucking saying, asshole.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, so in the movie, Michael is running from Mr. Big. Mr. Big lets some dogs loose, and they're chasing after Michael.
Yeah.
Cut scene. And then you see Michael again, like, in an alley somewhere.
And the dogs are nowhere to be found.
Just pretend that dog thing didn't happen.
Yeah.
And anyway, Michael eventually gets to, he's being chased again by Mr. Big's people. He runs into this thing called Club 30, which is this old defunct club that's like covered in spider webs. No one's been in there in a million years.
Yeah, yeah.
Somehow he tosses a coin into a jukebox and brings everyone to life. I guess, like,
are they
ghosts or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. But then he starts doing this whole big, long song and dance. And
literally,
yeah, and that's when I was pointing out that, like, I don't think him dancing with everyone else looked good. That was the goofiest bunch of crap I've ever seen. It was really bizarre dancing.
Yeah, no, I don't really care for it, and it's like you can't tell, are they like dancing with him, but then they're also like
some
hate
of them
him
are
too.
Fighting
yeah. Oh my god, they're dance fighting. Am I on crazy pills?
All roads constantly lead back to Zoolander.
Any road worth traveling.
So anyway, that whole dance scene with the ghosts in Club 30 amounts to nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
Michael ends up leaving, and then, like, he confronts Mr. Big in this giant stadium somewhere. And this is, like, the best part of the movie. Michael Jackson sees another shooting star cross the sky, and this is when he turns into Mecha Jackson, which actually happens in this game. If you look at the sky, at one point, I do see a shooting star fly across my screen.
Yeah.
But I wasn't quick enough to catch it. And you gotta be, like, right on the ball.
Oh, really?
If you catch that, then you turn into Mecha Jackson.
Oh, wow.
But I didn't do it, so you won't
Does
see
it take 30 minutes to actually transform like it
That's
does in the
what
movie?
He slowly transforms into this thing. I swear to God, I'm not even joking here. I think it took a whole 15 minutes from start to finish. He's constantly transforming. And it takes Joe Pesci, like, I don't know, 10 minutes before he says, "Fire!"
Wait till he's fully armored and then fire.
And he still wasn't fully armored.
That's funny. You know what's great is like his Mecha Jackson has like his own version of the crotch thrust, because like 2 fucking dick pistols come out of his crotch and start shooting everyone. It's like, why do you need 2 of them? Like, are you shooting with your balls, or does like those 2 penises? Like, I can't tell. It's fucking creepy.
I don't know how genitals work. I know I just like to touch the little ones.
Oh, it's terrible. Allegedly.
Whatever.
He clearly paid those people to leave court. Like, they settled out of court. Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, this game is terrible.
Oh, the game's still playing. You're You're beating a bunch of street toughs right now. We were talking about this earlier, actually, and completely unrelated to Michael Jackson. Like, movies in the 80s didn't have any idea what street toughs really were, like gangs and shit. And, like, every representation of gangs in the 80s was so off the mark, so ridiculous. Like, the Los Locos in Short Circuit. Remember them?
No, I don't. But like, I like how they were always like in the music video Bad. Like he's all dressed in like leather and stuff. He looks like a total badass, but he talks like this. You know, like it's ridiculous. Like he doesn't look tough at all. But you know, like that's the persona he's going for.
Well, no, again, it wasn't him that didn't realize that's not what gangs looked like. That was just all of America.
Yeah.
Like, the Hollywood just completely perverted everyone's idea of what was really going on in the
Who
street.
was the real pervert here? Let's be real.
But, I mean, they had these... Everyone looked like they were straight out of West Side Story. It was retarded.
I love his moves. That's why everyone likes to watch him, because like he looks so fun. Like, look at that.
Meanwhile, like, I didn't see any walkthroughs of this at all or anything, but I'm thinking, like, I know I can get down in the sewers, and I've got to be able to open that up somehow. So that's why I was fighting with it for a while. And because I was missing 2 kids. You can see the kid meter at the bottom. And I knew I had to get down here, and I eventually figured out how to slide. I didn't even figure it out. I just button mashed until it worked.
Yeah. I like how every time you find a kid, you're like, crotch thrust. Like, why does he do that?
What's even funnier is, like, a programmer had to code that.
Yeah. And it's like, why would you do it at the exact time that you free a child? Although I do feel like this is safe. Oh, look, this is the dog part of the movie.
Yeah, well, we've been seeing dogs quite a bit already. But yes, these are the same attack dogs from the movie. There was no leader white dog, but that's what I've got to destroy in order to beat this boss battle.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah. It took me a while to figure that out.
And why is he trying to get, like, in the window? Oh my god, he's annoying.
He's just dancing.
Oh, is he? He's doing, like, the Thriller dance?
Yeah, I guess.
He looks like he's facing the window, pawing at the window. Like, let me in. Like, you know what an annoying animal does?
Yeah, I guess. No, he's just dancing. But another thing I forgot to mention is that when you get hit after, you know, a couple times, like when your life bar is damn near empty, you lose all your sparkle abilities.
Yeah.
So then you're just straight up punching, and that doesn't get the job done at all.
Yeah, no, not at all. See, if you knew that, you could start up top.
Which is what I did now.
Yeah.
That kind of helped. But,
oh, that's so annoying.
Yeah, I just kind of did a kamikaze style. Like, I don't care how many times I get hit. I'm just going to run in there, and I got it done.
No bonus.
No, because I didn't get it beat in time.
And he turns into a car. So much of this game makes sense now. I can't believe I'm saying this.
It really does. The movie didn't make sense. There were no zombies in the movie whatsoever.
No, but there was Thriller. If you were a Michael Jackson fan, you would know that.
Which, a lot of people already know this. This is a complete throwback to Thriller, and you're not listening to Thriller. As, you know, like, the music is clearly not Thriller.
Yeah, that sucks.
And there's a dance move I can do.
Where you throw your hat, yeah, but it takes life.
Well, throwing your hat is just the first part. If you fully charge that throw your hat move, it's a full-on dance. And it makes everyone on the screen dance. And that basically, when they're done dancing, then they die.
From exhaustion, because it's hard to dance like that. Gotcha.
And so I did never do it in this because I knew it would take up way too much of my life, and I was trying to survive.
Yeah, in the arcade version, it doesn't take your life away, which is odd. You would think it would be the other way around, right? Like, the arcade's going to want to eat your quarters, you know, so, like, they would do that, but they didn't.
Yeah, the arcade did a lot of things right that this game just failed at miserably.
Yeah.
This really just is so boring, in my opinion.
What, the movie, the game?
No, the
Michael
movie's
Jackson's
anything but
music?
boring. The movie's all sorts of things, but it's not boring. This game, though, just like, if there's any kind of move, like, I gotta check behind every tombstone.
Yeah.
Gotta check in every bush. Like, there are kids hidden everywhere.
Yeah, no, that sucks.
And if you miss one, you know, like, that's why you gotta go in order. Because if you miss one...
You gotta go all the way back, and the enemies keep respawning. Yeah.
And the difficulty of this game is basically, they start giving you levels that are less and less linear. So you lose your way faster as you're, like, climbing up a mountain or something.
Are these frogs or fucking zombies?
I don't know.
Come on. God, that's annoying.
It is.
You know, in the movie, he wore red socks.
Oh, whatever.
Red
let's
socks.
Talk about that claymation scene. There's a claymation scene where Michael dresses up as a rabbit and to hide from some paparazzi, and he's just a claymation rabbit riding a motorcycle. And
you say that like it's normal.
I'm trying to explain the movie again, like, there's really no point. You just got to see it for yourself. But at the same time, I wouldn't recommend you watch it.
I do.
It's, anyway, as he's this rabbit, he occasionally transforms into celebrities like Pee Wee Herman and Tina Turner and stuff. And then at the end of the music video, I didn't realize this until I read IMDb trivia. Michael starts spinning in a circle, and he starts changing into all the claymation people in a really rapid rate, all at once. And if you, like, go frame by frame on your DVD player, you can see when he turns into Tina Turner, she's got her fucking tit hanging out. You can see her nipple.
She's pulling a, what's her name from the Super Bowl?
Jackson.
Yeah, Janet Jackson thing, like, years before that ever happened.
She invented the wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah. And, like, when I first heard that, I'm like, whatever, like, I'll look at it, but, like, you gotta be stretching the truth. Like, no, like,
I freeze-framed
it's fucking areola and, like, erect nipple. Like, they clay-made, like, it's Jesus Christ. Like,
it's like, think of, like, the stiffest eraser on the biggest pencil you've ever seen. Why would he put that in a children's movie?
Exactly! Why is, like, Michael Jackson inherently is so sexual. Like, everything he does fucking bothers me. Because, like, he hides behind the whole children thing. Like, this movie, like, wait, why would you do that? Like, that makes no sense.
The best part is, like, as he's running around, seeing all this crazy shit happening. Like, at one point, he's hiding from the paparazzi. He hides behind a statue, a tiny Statue of Liberty. The statue just starts talking to him for no reason, and he starts smiling because nothing phases him.
Yeah. No, I swear to God, he's high as a fucking kite in this movie. Like it's that movie was basically pandering to be like a drug movie.
So that's just the drugs in his head. He's like, "Oh, Propofol, you're so silly."
Exactly.
See, that was the star. You see,
what?
How are you ever?
That was so fucking fast.
You know, I missed my chance to become Mecha Jackson.
Yeah. Well, we don't have enough time for that transformation to happen.
I've already run out of things to say. I don't have another half hour.
Did you like at the end of the movie he played a Beatles song, "Come Together"? Like,
because he owns the music and he just wanted to rub it in McCartney's face.
And then, like, fucking Lennon's son is one of the 3 children that were in this movie.
Yeah, one of the actors.
Yeah, that was that was fucked up. Paul's like, please, I just want to buy my music back. He's like, no. He'll accept currency in the form of children. Oh, maybe there was something to like the blood of virgins or whatever. Like, who knows what he was bathing himself in to make that plastic face stay together.
Speaking of like plastic and surgery and weird shit, that I guess we never stopped talking about weird shit. What is with his fingers and all the tape on his fingers?
I don't know. And like they had close-ups of his fingers and like him putting on the tape, like all dramatic, like. But it's like it's fucking medical tape or whatever. It's not even like I don't know, gaudy whatever. Like everything else he wears, like, you know, an expensive jewelry set or whatever. Like it's fucking medical tape. It looks ghetto. And it's always on the same hand he would wear that glove on. We were talking about that.
Yeah, it's like, just put the fucking glove on.
Is something wrong with his hand? And if so, then he would kind of hide it. Sort of like Radar from MASH. Like, his fingers are all fucked up. He was born that way. And so every time you see him, he's always holding something to hide it. Like Michael Jackson, if something was wrong with his fingers, and that's why he put the tape on, you'd think he'd be like a little more self-conscious about that and hide it. I don't know.
Yeah, didn't make any sense. The man, or the movie, or the game.
Well, at least we have consistency.
We shed light on nothing today.